Hello there everyone and welcome to this tutorial on how to paint an Iron Warrior from the Chaos Space Marines. And since this metallic armor wearing lads are notoriously easy to paint, we have time to amp up the paint job with some tabletop ready OSL without breaking the 30-minute mark. As always, we are going to start with a black primed miniature. The paints we need are dark silver, silver and bronze by Pro Acryl, game wash black, dark rust, burnt red, parasite brown, sun and ice yellow. Also we need gory, scarlet and wild rider red, as well as black legion contrast for the stripes. We start with heavily dry brushing the dark silver onto the entire miniature. We also can use a stippling motion to create some texturing right from the start. We are basically repeating the process, but with a brighter silver, and we only try to aim for the most outer corners and most outer areas. Once that's done, we paint the trim using bronze by Pro Acryl, diluted with a bit of water to increase the flow. I can only speak very highly about the Pro Acryl metallics. If you know other brands that are worthy checking out, please let me know. For the next step, we wash the entire mini with Vallejo's Game Wash. Keep in mind to shake this wash a bit before using. If we are using a stippling motion, we can create some kind of texture which will make this look like a hammerite armor, which for my taste is just the right look for an Iron Warrior. Once the wash is dry, we pick out some parts that we want to highlight and brighten them up with silver once more. And by the way, a full CITADEL alternative is in the description of this video, as I think many people are using these. Now we paint the parts that are going to be brown and yellow. First we cover them with dark rust. We brighten them up with burnt red. In this step we can also add some rust effects. Just pick out some parts where you want to have these. I definitely like to do more than less, as you might see. We are going even brighter with the parasite brown. And while it's still wet, we are adding some sun and ice yellow to create a nice transition between the colors. We can also use the ice yellow for the leathery parts to create some texture. And now let's breathe life into this mini with painting the lenses in gory red. If you want to create a small OSL, so basically having a small glow effect in and around the lenses, you can also paint the areas around the lenses with gory red. Brighten up the inner lenses with scarlet red. And adding just a small highlight with wild rider red. And while you see me painting, I would love to encourage you to leave a like or a subscription, or maybe check out the links down below. We can also use the Wild Rider Red for the rust effect once more. I know this looks very bright right now, but don't worry, we are going to darken them down with Agrax Earthshade in the end. And since it's one of their most defining features, you need to paint some hazard stripes now. I personally like them to be a little thinner, like in the elder artworks. We pick out the yellow parts and neatly paint some straight lines with Black Legion. We can achieve the best result when we pull the brush towards ourselves. And it definitely helps trying that on a piece of paper or a flat surface at first. But the problem is, Space Marines tend to have these pesky little shoulder armors and overall round shapes, and if you want to practice first, I'm sure you have at least one Citadel paint in your range, and their paint cans have so many roundings that are perfect to practice on. I decided to paint another OSL on his tiny little pea shooter here, repeating the same process. Gory Red for the wider area, adding more Scarlet and Wild Rider Red the closer we are getting to the light source. Coming back to the rust effects and stippling some browns onto the yellow to make it look coherent. Adding some Agrax Earthshade in the end. And brighten up some parts of the trim with silver or a bright gold. By the way, this paint job took me around 30 to 35 minutes. If we want to, we can add some burnt effect on the metal. To quickly achieve this, we are just using a dark purple color and dilute it with a bit of water. If you want to, you can add some blue in there, where the metal would be the hottest. I do really like this technique and have used it for my own Horus Heresy Mark II veteran inspired force. That's not really fully ready now, but as you see, it works just fine on bigger models as well. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you have become a bit richer in knowledge, and we are going to see each other in the next one.